Hello all, welcome to SkillForge Corner. In this series of videos, we'll be seeing about Java collections and straight away moving into the content. Here in this video, we'll be seeing what is framework, need for framework, iterable interface, and its types of iterable interface. And here in detail, like we'll be seeing about collection interface and list interface. So first, like the collection class in Java has powerful tools that enables us to store, manipulate, and organize data efficiently. It provides a vast array of ready-to-use data structures and algorithms that simplify our coding experience and enhance the performance of our programs. So now, like, what is framework? A framework is a predefined and pre-designed set of classes and interfaces that provide a structure for developing applications. And it also offers a ready-made architecture that the developers can use to implement features and classes without starting from the scratch. So when like it raised need for framework in the context of Java programming, before the introduction of collection framework, like prior to JDK 1.2, there were different ways to group objects such as vectors, arrays, and hash tables. However, these collections did not have a common interface, and their implementations were independent and unrelated. So this lack of standardization made it challenging for the developers to remember the different methods, syntax, and the constructors for each collection class. So to address these issues, the collection framework was introduced. Like it provides a unified set of interfaces and classes that define common methods and behaviors for collections in Java. So this framework allows developers to work with the collections in a consistent and standardized manner, making it easier to understand and use different collection classes. So, by using the collection framework, developers can leverage the predefined structure and functionality provided by the framework, saving time and effort in designing and implementing collection related tasks. And it also promotes code reusability, maintainability, and consistency in object oriented designs. So, overall, the collection framework was developed to overcome the limitations and inconsistencies of earlier collection implementations and providing a unified and efficient way to handle collections in Java. And many of us, like, we will have confusion in these terms, like what is collections, what is a collections class, what is collection framework. So in detail, like we'll be seeing what are these terms refer to. So a collection is a set of unique objects that collectively represent a single thing. Like it is a word which we use frequently in our day-to-day life, but when it comes to when it comes to the perspective of Java programming language, it becomes a Java collection framework. And coming to Java, like collection framework in Java programming language, collections like classes and interfaces defined by the collection framework are required to represent a collection of objects as a single entity. Like you can compare this collection with the containers and collection framework with the standard template library. If you have any prior experience in C++, you can compare this and see. And moving to collection interface. Interfaces specify what a class must do and not how. It is just a blueprint of the class, and it is the root interface of the collection framework that defines the most common methods that can be used for any collection objects. Or you can say it represents the individual object as a single entity. And coming to the last term, collections class. So collections class, it is a component of the collection framework and can be found in the Java util package. Numerous useful methods are provided for the collection object by this class. Now let's move to the iterable interface. So this iterable interface is the root interface for the entire collection framework. And the collection interface extends the iterable interface. Therefore, like inherently, all the interfaces and classes implement this interface. And the main functionality of this interface is to provide an iterator for the collections. So there are various types of interfaces like collection interface, list interface, queue, dequeue, set, and map interface. In this video, we'll be seeing about collection interface and list interface, and if further videos, we'll be seeing about all these interfaces in details. So moving into collection interface. So this collection interface contains all the basic methods with every like which every collection has, like adding the data into the collection, removing the data, clearing the data, etc. All these methods are implemented in this interface because these methods are implemented by all the classes irrespective of their style of implementation. So this is about collection interface. And like what is now list interface? It is actually the child interface of the collection interface, and this interface is dedicated to the data of the list type in which we can store all the ordered collections of the objects. This deals with the index or position specific functions like getting an element or setting an element. It deals with the arrays, list types of the operations like array list, linked list, vector, and stack. So in further videos, like we'll be seeing about the array list, linked list, vector, and stack, and in detail we'll be seeing about it, and also some of the code snippets for it we'll be seeing. Before ending up this video, I will also give a small glimpse about like what is queue interface, DQ, set, and map. So queue interface, like we all know, queue is first in, first out. Like it follows the principle of first in, first out. Like whatever enters first in the queue will exit first. So it supports operations like adding, removing, inspecting the elements. For example, we can relate it to linked list and priority queue. And DQ interface, it is actually double-ended queue, where it extends the queue interface, and it also supports at it supports the operations at both the ends, front as well as rear of the queue, and allows the elements to be added and removed from the both the ends. So example, linked list, array DQ, and moving to set interface. Since we know set is an unordered, distinct collection of unordered elements, and we don't have any duplicates in the set, so it represents a collection that does not allow duplicate elements and ensures uniqueness of the elements and does not guarantee the order of the elements. Example, tree set, hash set, and map interface. It represents a collection of key value pairs. Each key is unique and associated with a value. We can it has a similarity with the dictionary in Python, which we use in Python. So it also provides methods for adding, removing, and retrieving values. For example, tree map and hash map.